What's up, everyone? It's Roder Bet speaking, bringing betting strategy, transparency, and consistency to you. In this video, I'll be covering the results of UFC Fight Night Shahbazyan versus Brunson. The original video, I'll be putting a link in the description. You guys can see how I called, how I broke down the fights, and now we are seeing the results. If you are new to the channel, if you don't know how I'm actually bringing the transparency that I'm saying and the consistency, feel free to take a look in the introductory video. There I explain in details what is my betting strategy, how you guys should be using the spreadsheet, and how could you leverage my strategy. If you like this idea, if you like this video and the channel, please like the video, please subscribe, and consider supporting the channel to keep it running. Alright, so let's get right into it. Awesome, everyone. So these are the results of the fight card. Let me comment real quick, fight by fight. Actually, there are many that I won't be commenting because they just didn't happen. Which fight didn't happen? For starters, Timur Valiev versus Jamal Emmers. The actual fight was Jamal Emmers versus Vince Cachero. I had a comment on my predictions video on that. I said that I would maybe bet Cachero if I could get him around plus 200. I actually didn't bet the fight, but I like what I've seen from Cachero. I'll be commenting that in a minute. Which other fight also didn't take place as Ray Borg versus Nathan Menes. Johnny Munoz took place. I said that I would pick either of these guys and I would bet either of them in case I could get either at plus 150 or plus 140 at least. Okay, so feel free to take a look in those comments. So let me start one by one. Let's go first with this one. Like I said, the Johnny Munoz versus Nathan Menes. I watched the fight. It was a very close fight. I liked what I've seen mainly from Menes, and I couldn't see much footage on Munoz. And neither on Menes, both guys fairly unknown, but I see it as a very close. To me, Munoz was the wrestler and Nathan Menes had a small advantage on the feet. That's exactly how it played out. I would say that Munoz did a better job, I would maybe favor him on a decision. If I knew that he would perform like that, I probably would have put some money into him, but I'm happy that I didn't because Menes actually won the fight by a decision. Okay, so I don't know, but I like both of them, to be honest. They were real actual fighters and they did a good job there. Second one that didn't take place as it's with the original opponents. That was Timur Valiev versus Jamal Emmers. So Valiev was replaced by Cachero. Cachero, I couldn't see any video on him, but I knew that he was aggressive. I knew that he was very well-rounded, and I knew he was a fighter. He really brought the fights to Emmers. Emmers had to fight him, and Emmers showed his superiority on the fight. He was using very well those tight clinches with nasty knees up the middle, used well his range, used well his wrestling. So he was just a superior guy. That athleticism, that size also took a big part of it, but I like what I've seen from Cachero. And, as a dog bet, I would have put up some money into him. So I didn't, so I'm happy with that because he lost, but nonetheless, he was a good fighter in that fight. Alright, so with this fight that did actually happen, let me start bottom up here from what I have. So just comment real quick those that didn't happen. Kevin Holland and Trevin Giles. Trevin had some problems on the health, I think. Mearshart tested positive for coronavirus. And then comes Gutierrez versus Cody Durden. This fight actually happened. I didn't bet it. I was impressed with Durden's performance. He showed good wrestling game, some aggression. Gutierrez fought his fight, but he got taken down in the first round. He got out grappled in the first round, and he kind of picked things up from the second, but it was a close second round. Third round he did better. So it was a draw in the end. If you bet Durden, I don't blame you because actually he was a live dog, so good call if you had that, but I didn't actually bet this because I found, I think, one video only on Durden, so not my interest. Paris versus Spicely also didn't happen. I don't know why. This one we covered already. So Vicente Luque versus Randy Brown. This was one of my bets that I didn't get it. I bet Brown at 2.6, but actually my predictions was fairly reasonable. I said about those nasty calf kicks of Luque, and if you watch the fight, basically that's what made him win. Because after Randy was very tough in the first round, but from the second those kicks added up, and he basically had to switch. He was lost from there, you know. So hands off to Luque, did a great job, you know. Also, he's very powerful. I told about the power in both hands. He landed, and Brown started feeling his power and got a little bit lost from there, you know. Still, it was something that I could see, you know, and so I'm happy with my bet, even though I lost it. Martinez versus Frankie Zines. Martinez actually, he was the better striker, I knew that, but he brought a very, you know, evolved takedown defense, you know. Everybody was saying that he was a bigger in size because he didn't make weight. I'm not sure. I think he didn't then, but what I'm saying is that his takedown defense was on point. That's what made the difference. Then he came with those knee up the middle, so hands off to him. He fought a great fight. Frankie Zines, he was aggressive. I thought he would be more aggressive, so I'm not that very happy with that. But he came with the wrestling style. He tried to take him down, and you know, young lion versus old lion. This is young man's game. So Martinez got it. So not a bad bet because I didn't put much money. So I think it was worth to try to see if the blue chip wrestler would take over. What else we got here? Then Lando Vannata versus Bobby Green. This was the largest bet from my predictions. I had Vannata as a decent favorite, as a median favorite. I bet him in the medium confidence, that is. Actually, I think I overlooked a little bit the Green's toughness, and I could see Green landing some, but he was tougher than I thought. Actually, I knew Green was tough, but I thought that the Vannata would be able to, you know, roll with that. I thought he would be able to slip more punches, land more, grapple him. That happened a little bit in the first round, but Green's toughness, that swagger, that you know, in a close fist fight, both guys same range, he actually landed, and the Lando felt it, and then it was anybody's fight, right? Bobby Green's physicality showed to be superior, so this is definitely something that I'm learning from this, you know. It's always something that you have in mind, but this is actually played out as a big factor in this fight. The toughness of Bobby Green. Jennifer Maia versus Joanne Calderwood. This was a bet that I had medium confidence, like I said. Jennifer Maia, actually, she fought better than I thought, and Jojo felt worse than I thought. Jojo got hit, you know. Maia was keeping her consistency. She was quite basic, as I said in my prediction video, but Jojo ate more shots than I thought. I thought she would be able to stay more from the outside, so she didn't, and then actually Maia landed. Jojo couldn't take much more, tried to take her down, and got caught in an armbar. So good fight, good win in my case. And then after the main event, Edmund Shahbazyan versus Derek Brunson. I didn't have much confidence on Brunson because I thought Shahbazyan would do better, to be honest, you know. I saw some cardio problems before from Shahbazyan, but I thought he had fixed that. And he fought a decent first round, but I thought he would basically keep that consistency, and Brunson was able to take him down. He felt the weight of the big man, and he just kind of started fading, and then Brunson landing, and he took it from there. So it was a good bet because we had a very, you know, a very high line on the dog, and you know, I knew about Brunson's wrestling. I said that in the video, and I said about that TKO as well. So I got this bet. If you followed me, you got it too. So congratulations there, and I think it was also a good call. What I think that I could have been doing here is maybe to increase a little bit this by 2 to 3%, because it's the veteran versus the young versus the old lion again. But Brunson, he's a big man. He's like very physically strong, and Shahbazyan had that question before of the cardio, so I could have taken that into account, maybe 0.5%, 1% more here. Okay. Nonetheless, I'm not saying that I picked it wrong or I did everything wrong, because I saw so much potential in Shahbazyan that it didn't turn out to be true. You know, in this fight, the previous fight, he did so much well that I thought he would keep it running. Okay. So in terms of the overall results, what I had here was 13.5% of the money risked because of all of those cancellations. It came back 15.5, so it's 2% profit. Did only 40% on the picks. Actually, it was also 40% on the bets. I got it right. So here it was. Okay, I'm sorry. Here, this is on the juices. I didn't get anything. On the dogs, I got 50%. I didn't have any high confidence bet. Medium confidence came two bets, and I got 1. Okay, it was 0% because there's those 8% that I risk I got back from a median, and I got 1 from 3 from low, and this 2% profit came from the low confidence bets. Okay, these are the charts that you guys probably are accustomed to see. So obviously 2% is very little, but so many fights cancelled, and some lessons learned as well. So I think the next card will do much better, and I hope that you guys are staying with me here. So stay tuned for the next videos, and up until there, this is Roder MMA Bet, and I hope you guys enjoy. Please like and subscribe.